Alright, what is up, guys? Oh my god, that voice crack. But it's your man Evil Andre here, coming at you with another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. And in today's video, I just want to talk to you guys about like a bunch of things, you know? Like, what happened to Call of Duty? You know, like, I remember growing up playing Modern Warfare 3. I was complete and utter, like, trash at Call of Duty. But I would sit there and play it regardless. And the funny part is, I got into Call of Duty when I was like, I think I got into Modern Warfare 3 like when BO2 was the current COD, and even then I played BO2 too when it was in its prime. I had fun at it. Like, what happened? What happened to the days where video games was actually, you know what I'm saying, fun to play? You know, what happened to the days where you could hop on after a long day of school, a long day of work, you hop on some Call of Duty, play with your friends, you know, play a couple of games, have a good time, and you didn't have to worry about feeling like every time you hopped on, you know, you was playing a GB match. You know, you were playing people, you were playing these weird ass people who just have these weird ass playstyles. You know, I remember way back in Call of Duty 4. The funny part is, like, a lot of people say that this is the Call of Duty that changed everything, and it's true, it is. I never actually played Call of Duty 4, but I remember seeing footage and gameplay of this game. I started actually getting into Call of Duty at Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was the first Call of Duty I've ever actually played where, like, from a story standpoint. That was the first campaign game I played. Modern Warfare 3 was the first multiplayer. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember being trash at Call of Duty, and all I would actually hope on a day-to-day basis was like, yeah, man, you know, eventually I'll get better. And over time, you know what I'm saying, after putting so much time into the franchise, I got better. And you know what I'm saying, I would say I'm an above average player now. I'm not the greatest thing, you know, I'm a typical player. But regardless, you know, that's just how I feel. Another thing that has always irritated me has been the step that Call of Duty has taken. Ever since Call of Duty has started manufacturing Call of Duties on current gen consoles, it seems like Call of Duty is taking a turn for the worse. And here's what I mean. So the last Call of Duty that was shared between both Xbox 360 and Xbox One, or PS3 and PS4, was, if I remember correctly, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yeah, it was Ghost and Advanced Warfare was the last two Call of Duties that was shared between consoles because not too many people had the newer consoles. The first Call of Duty that was like, well, no, I can't even say that. Black Ops 3 was made for Xbox 360 too, but it just wasn't the same. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't made by the same developers. It wasn't made the same. Like, but yeah. So the last Call of Duty that actually, you know what I'm saying, was basically solely made for next gen consoles was Black Ops 3. And here's where, to me, I feel like the franchise went downhill. Now, you know what I'm saying, the whole jetpack scenario with Call of Duty, to me, was probably one of the more skillful years in Call of Duty, because you had a new thing that you had to master. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all about head glitching and crouch walking around corners and pre-aiming. It was more of, okay, I need to learn how to use my movement as well so I can be a better player. Once you learned how to manage the movement, you became a better player, which is what happened in Infinite Warfare. Now, here's the one thing that I feel like made the franchise a little bit bad during these times. And we gonna exclude Advanced Warfare out of this. We just gonna talk about BO3 and IW, and then we gonna talk about the other CODs after that. Call of Duty has turned into a game where it just, like, it caters to noobs. And I say this all the time, but it's just funny because when I grew up playing Call of Duty, there was nothing that would help me get a free kill. You know what I'm saying? If I was shit, I was getting shit on. You know what I'm saying? Have I ever been nuked before? To be honest with you, no. The only time I've ever been actually had a legit nuke dropped on me, and I'm talking about one that comes in the map, not a camping ass nuclear metal that people camp their balls off for, was, I guess, Call of Duty Ghost, where you can get the strike zone 24/7 chem strike just by doing a field order. Like, you know, you'll teabag somebody and boom, chem strike. That was the last time I've ever been actually nuked. But, like, yeah, man, you know, I feel like Call of Duty has come to this point where they just like to make all the newer fans feel like they're good. In BO3 they added Specialist, which gave you the chance to choose between an ability and an actual weapon. A lot of people chose the weapons because, I mean, the weapons are free kills. And then IW came out, and they actually advanced on it. They didn't have Specialist anymore, they called it Rigs. And during their game, they had this thing where basically you had a passive trait and you had an actual weapon or ability that you could set as your primary. This was, I feel like this was probably the best system out of all of them, because while it still was BS in the game, you know, people being robot dogs, the claw, the micro turret, you know what I'm saying, crap of that nature, you know, you still had, you didn't have to use the weapon, but you could. There was kind of counters to it. I mean, you know, you could rock blind eye, but for the micro turret, but for the most part, they were all free kills. Then we hop into World War II. Now this Call of Duty right here, this is the Call of Duty that definitely catered to newbie players. Everybody remember all the franchises, you know, the videos they made for Call of Duty World War II? Going back to Boots on the Ground, you know what I'm saying, get the guys back together. How did that game wind up? It turned into what? Fire shotgun heaven, S-mine heaven. Oh, and let's not forget Requisitions Lewis LMG heaven. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Out of any Call of Duties that actually been out solely for just like the current gen consoles, I feel, man, World War II probably had to be the most noob friendly. Well, I thought that would have been the case, because you know, requisitions and giving people free streaks that they didn't earn. But guess what? When we thought World War II gave you free streaks, BO4 said hold my beer, because this game right here has to be the most noob friendly Call of Duty I've ever played in my life. But besides the fact that specialists are OP at an all-time high, I just don't feel specialists belong in a Boots on the Ground video game, for the simple fact that you know, there's too much BS and it's so hard to counter it, because you can only run as fast as you can. You can jump over people, heat wave in the building, etc. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I really want to know, like, what happened to Call of Duty? Will Call of Duty ever be in its former glory? Me being an Infinity Ward fan, which by the way, a lot of people seem to think Treyarch is the best developer. I'm sorry, but I feel like Infinity Ward is, but you people just praise the ground that Treyarch walks on. IW was a banger. A lot of people didn't give it any props. You know, World War II became good like when people already, you know, died out on the game. But yeah, I feel like IW is gonna make another banger with Modern Warfare 4. And I can't wait for the game to come out, personally. But yeah, man, I just want to know, like, how do you guys feel in the comment section? What do you think happened to Call of Duty that made Call of Duty where it is today? Do you believe that Call of Duty is too noob friendly? Or do you believe that they're not noob friendly enough? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much BS in games, so many nerfs, so many buffs, so much, you know, BS tactical equipment, armor, health, you know what I'm saying? We got BS like this. I mean, look at me, bro. I'm walking around easily just burning people with ease. And this isn't even like the purifier in its former glory. But with all that being said, guys, my name's Evil Andre. Smacking lobbies is my hobby. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you're new. And if you agree with anything I said in this video, please be free to leave it in the comment section below. And I will see every single one of you guys in the next video. Peace out.